What's up, Laker fam, and welcome to Lakers Report by Chat Sports, all things Lakers. You guys know what time it is. It is the end of the week, which means we have a mailbag Q&A. As always, I asked you guys to send me in questions via Twitter and Instagram. You guys sent me in so many amazing ones, as you always do, so let's just get right into them. But before we do, I want to make sure that you guys are following me on my social media handles. That way you can participate in the next Q&A we do. We do these every single week here, and I would love for you to be able to send in your question. So definitely make sure to give me a follow. And before we get into this video, please do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button down below and come join this Lakers Report family. We are growing so fast and I am so grateful, and my goal would be to get to 12,000 subscribers by the end of this month. So please do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. But without further ado, let's just jump right into your guys' questions so that I can answer as many as possible here today. Okay, this first question is from @RiderRain, and he says, with having a 24-4 record currently, that's when I'm filming this, and good team chemistry, do you think we should stick with this roster and continue developing, or do we need to trade for a wing before the deadline? Personally, I think that we actually do need to make a trade. Obviously, I'm very happy with our record that we have going on right now. We are the #1 team in the Western Conference, and I'm very proud of our team, but still, I do think there are a lot of things that we need to address. Shooting being the main priority, in my opinion. You know, the Lakers just haven't been able to find that guy who can be that consistent three-point shooter, and that was a lot of guys that we brought on this summer looked like they fit that bill. You know, obviously Quinn Cook, Troy Daniels, KCP, even Danny Green hasn't been consistent from three, but right now we've seen the Lakers be able to kind of escape this problem because they've been able to win by their defense, and because we have AD and LeBron obviously balling out and playing at an extremely high level. But once we get on later with the season, and once we are in the playoffs playing teams like the Clippers, who have Lou Williams coming off and scoring 30 points off the bench, and other really talented shooting teams, we are going to need guys to be more consistent and guys that we can rely on to really come in, knock down those threes, and really provide us with some much needed offense and scoring. So I definitely think the Lakers are going to need to make a trade for a guy who can help contribute offensively. In terms of, I know in this question it asks for a wing, so I'm assuming that you mean Andre Iguodala. Obviously, if Iggy is bought out by Memphis, I would love to have Iggy. Having another small forward, another wing defender, is obviously a position that the Lakers could use as well. But I think right now, obviously scoring for me is kind of my top priority. We're still going to kind of just have to wait and see with what players become available via trade, or what players are cut. But right now, definitely there are some things that the Lakers do have to address, and I think a trade is ultimately going to have to happen. But I am very happy with where we are at right now for sure. And then this next question is from @2k.Richard. Do you think the Lakers can beat the Clippers on Christmas? I definitely do. I'm really looking forward to that game, honestly, more so looking forward to the game than actual Christmas, just because I can't wait for the Lakers to get their revenge on the Clippers. Obviously, they did lose their first game of the season against the Clippers, but you know what? It was just the first game of the season. Hopefully, we are able to get the win. I know it's definitely going to be a very exciting game, challenging game, but I think ultimately the Lakers have proven that they are the better team. Like I said, best record in the Western Conference, but this is definitely going to be a huge test. But I think ultimately the Lakers can definitely come away with the win. But I'm obviously very curious to hear what you guys have to say. Do you guys think that the Lakers or the Clippers are going to win this game? Who do you think is going to win this Christmas game matchup? If you think it's going to be our Los Angeles Lakers, type LAL down below, or if you're rooting for the Clippers, type LAC down below. But definitely let me know what you guys think and who's going to win that game. And then kind of coinciding with that question, @man_of_steal_24, are you going to the Christmas game? No, I'm not going to be there. I have my entire family coming in on Christmas, so I'm definitely going to be watching with them, but they will absolutely kill me if I am not home with them on Christmas. And I would love to go to the game. It's going to be super exciting, but I love Christmas. I have so many special family traditions, and it's only once a year, so I really don't want to miss out on them, and I think my family would actually kill me if I was not there, but I am not going to the Christmas Day game. But if any of you guys are going to the Christmas Day game, definitely let me know down in the comments below, because that's going to be an awesome game and I'm pretty darn jealous, not gonna lie. But speaking of Christmas and the holidays, I want to take this time to remind you guys that we are having a huge holiday sale on all of our Lakers gear. We have awesome t-shirts available, LeBron James hoodies, and so much more. Lakers gear is up to 60% off, so definitely make sure to take advantage of these awesome discounts. It's still not too late to get your friends and family, maybe even yourself, some Lakers gear, so definitely make sure to check it out. All of the links to those sales are going to be in the description below, so definitely make sure to take advantage of this opportunity. And that was a perfect little segue into doing so, talking about the Christmas Day game. But moving on and addressing some more questions here, we have a question from @Darren Lodge. Can we win a championship without Davis? I don't think we can. Obviously, we saw last season we had LeBron James. Yes, we didn't have as talented and as deep as a roster surrounding him, but we didn't even make the playoffs. Obviously, this is a much better team. Like I said, it's much deeper and stuff, but Anthony Davis is a key part to this season. He really is, you know, the focal point of this team. He's the main scorer. He's really kind of the leader of this team, so I definitely don't think that we can win a championship without Anthony Davis. It's the combination of him and LeBron James and, of course, all of the other guys surrounding them that makes this team so special. So no, without AD, I do not think a championship is possible, unfortunately, but we don't have to worry about that because we have Anthony Davis, so there's nothing to worry about. And the next question is from @Ajante Veros. He is asking any predictions for what their record will be going into the playoffs. I think that, you know, originally I said that we would win about 55, 56 wins. I'm going to push that now, obviously, that we've gotten off to such a great start. And I'm going to say about 60 to 65 wins. I think that's a realistic goal. I do expect us to eventually go through a little bit of a rougher patch. We've obviously been kind of coasting so far this season, been playing extremely well. But I think eventually we may lose a game here or there. But ultimately, I do think we're going to be able to have a better record than what I originally predicted, and definitely what ESPN originally predicted. They only predicted the Lakers would win about 50, 51 games, and I think that's pretty obvious that we're going to go way above that. So I'm going to say anywhere from 60 to 65 games is a pretty realistic target for us for this season. And the next question is from @DeuceOnDeluce. If Cousins does come back this season, what month do you anticipate? Wow, that would be pretty crazy. Originally when DeMarcus Cousins the injury was announced, I didn't think he would be back at all this season, but you know, he's been traveling with the team. He's been at almost every single game on the bench this season, so a lot of people are suspecting that he's actually going to be able to come back sooner than most originally were expecting. And I think if he were to come back, obviously that would be exciting for us Laker fans, but I think it would be more so towards very end of the season, maybe even entering the playoffs. Hopefully he will be able to, but we also have to remember that when he is healthy and cleared to return, it's definitely going to take some time for him to kind of get back into playing form. He's missed the entire season, but definitely DeMarcus Cousins could be able to come back. I just say it won't be till much later on in the season, and probably most likely more so towards the playoffs. But if he is able to, and he's able to kind of bounce back quickly, he could definitely be a little bit of an X factor for us. That's for sure. But again, as awesome as DeMarcus Cousins returning would be, I'm not necessarily sure that's going to be able to happen. But I'm curious, do you guys think that Boogie will eventually be able to play a game in the Laker uniform this season? If you do, type Y down below. If not, type N down below. But let's move on. The next question here is from @Luda_Wooksy. He asked, can this Lakers squad still remain together after this season? So a lot of the players, actually, the last few years for the Lakers, we were signing a lot of guys on one-year contracts, but this year and this past summer, we actually signed a lot of them to 2-year contracts. That is to be able to have kind of a full cap space available to hopefully in the year 2021 be able to sign the Greek freak Giannis. That's kind of the Lakers' plan that we can all assume. So a lot of these guys actually are on these 2-way deals. Besides, I think Dwight Howard, DeMarcus Cousins, and Troy Daniels, I think those are the only players who were only signed to 1-year contracts. So yes, this team is definitely going to be still remaining intact if they make it through the trade deadline, most likely for at least one more season, again until 2021 when Giannis is available, and we kind of hope to put all of our chips into his basket and hopefully are able to kind of pair him up with Anthony Davis. At Asvaldo_Mongi, I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce that right. My question is more of a petition. Can you please make a case where the Lakers don't give up on Kyle Kuzma and take him to a place where he can become the 3rd star after NBA All-Star? I know a lot of you guys all share this sentiment. I'm definitely very, very frustrated with Kyle Kuzma and this season. It's been very disappointing for multiple reasons. Obviously, we all expected him to be that 3rd star, that kind of 3rd scoring option for us. And I know the Lakers front office, the Lakers coaching staff, the whole team expected that. And that just so far has not been the case, but a lot of that has really been due to injuries. He's just had a really kind of unlucky season so far, and hopefully once he is able to kind of return from this most recent ankle injury, he's able to just finally stay healthy, finally kind of be able to figure out what his role is and where he comes, you know, playing alongside Anthony Davis and LeBron James, and he can be that 3rd star that we were all hoping and really needed him to be this season. I know a lot of you guys are very frustrated with Kuz. He's definitely been getting a lot of slack in the media and by the fan base, and I for one am very frustrated as well, but I'm still not giving up hope. Again, he just really has to be healthy, so hopefully once he's able to come back from this ankle injury, hopefully very soon, he can finally kind of get in a rhythm and be that Kuz that we were all hoping and expecting for sure. Okay, and then this final question that I'm going to answer today, we have a couple here asking about Andre Iguodala. This particular one is from @Raphael56281, and he asks, if we can't get Iggy, who would you be willing to give up? Kuzma, or if we can't get Iggy, who should we pursue? So in terms of getting Iggy, like who I'd be willing to give up, we couldn't even give up Kyle Kuzma because we have to match Iguodala's salary, and Iggy's making $17 million this season, and so in order to do that, we would have to trade KCP. That would be the only way that we could kind of match salaries, and KCP has that no trade clause, so he's definitely not going to approve a trade to Memphis. He's not going to want to go there, so we don't really have any assets to trade for Andre Iguodala. So the Lakers' best bet is, and they're really their only bet, is to just hope that he gets bought out by Memphis and that we are able to just sign him that way. Now, if we don't get Iggy, other players that I could see the Lakers pursuing, I definitely think Jamal Crawford is still an option, again, just because of that scoring. He's a guy who could, yes, he's definitely still older, but he could still provide us with that consistent 3-point shooting, and coming off the bench and just purely being able to shoot the ball could definitely really help us there in a lot of ways. The Lakers reportedly have been interested in possibly maybe even making a trade for a guy like Iggy Redick. There still are a lot of guys available that we could potentially trade for, just I don't know necessarily. There's 101 rumors every single day, but I think that if the Lakers don't get Andre Iguodala, again, we do need to focus on signing a wing player, another kind of good defender, but I think the Lakers also really need to prioritize shooting, as that's definitely proven to be one of the Lakers' biggest Achilles heel, and we just haven't been able to find that kind of consistent scorer coming, especially off the bench, besides just having Anthony Davis and LeBron James in there. We need two more guys who can really just help us offensively. So I'm not necessarily sure who the Lakers are actually going to add. They may actually have a trick up their sleeve. I definitely wouldn't put it past them, but I do know that we are probably most likely going to be adding a couple more players here, maybe making a trade. We're just going to kind of have to wait and see how it all plays out. But that is going to be it for today's mailbag Q&A. Thank you guys so much, as always, for sending in such awesome questions. If you like this video, please don't forget to give it a double thumbs up. And of course, don't forget to subscribe here on Chat Sports and this new Lakers Report channel. Please come join this Lakers Report family. And until next time, Laker Hand is out. Bye, guys.